Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I ran a poll on the comic book conservation community on Facebook, and the popular vote was this copy of Weird Science. I had probably too many books listed in that poll, and so I didn't get a whole lot of people voting on it, but it led by 2 votes. It's Weird Science by EC Comics. It came out in September, October 1952. Around that period, we had Eisenhower running for president. Actually, he was about to get into office, and the Cold War was going on pretty strong. We were still in Korea, I think 3 years in. EC was making science fiction comics, weird science and weird fantasy, and then probably their horror comics as well. What's interesting about this copy of Weird Science is that it's a Canadian copy, and you can tell because of this logo right here, the CDL. There should be like Canadian ads as well. Yep, right here. Well, this is Buffalo, New York, but in Canada as well, Toronto. And then it's also, I think the indicia should indicate that it's Superior Publications, our publishers, and it is. This comic is beat, as you can see. It only cost me $55. Canadian copies of Weird Science are cheaper anyways, largely because the print quality is inferior to the American copies. But they're rare. There's far fewer Canadian copies out in the wild than there are American copies. And for 55 bucks, I want to try to complete the Weird Science and Weird Fantasy runs, and I don't care if they're Canadian or not. So I went ahead and grabbed this. I think it's the only Canadian book in my collection. The only Canadian Weird Science or EC, that is. And let's just look through this book to see like the issues with it. It's got tape here on along the spine, and the spine itself looks pretty chewed up. There are obviously extra staples here. I don't know if the original staples are even in this anymore. If not, well, I don't know. There might be a staple right there. If not, I might have to get creative about acquiring the correct staples, as these staples definitely do not look accurate for EC Comics of this era, or any era really. Well, we got all kinds of tears here, missing pieces at the top, and on the bottom right-hand corner here. Seems pretty glossy. The cover just doesn't seem too stripped of its gloss or anything, but it's all wrinkled and whatnot. Back end, the tape comes continues along the spine here. Looks like we got a little bit of a watermark up here, perhaps here as well, and we got, it looks like more chunks of paper missing, large tears, and yeah, this is going to be one heck of a project. I'll do my best on it. We got pencil markings here that shows, like, usually these pencil markings were done by the newsstand. I think it's to maybe indicate when to take it off the shelf, perhaps, or I don't know. The cover was done by Wally Wood, and you can see signature down here. And yeah, we got all kinds of tape on the inside as well. It's all yellowing. We got to get rid of that tape because it's going to continue to, the acids in the tape are going to continue to chew through the book. You can see the inner cover here is pretty dark. I don't know if we're going to do a photo bleach on this yet. We might, if I can't get rid of this stain with just a bath. So I might do a light photo bleach. What else do we have with this? Let's just thumb through the book page by page to see what we can see. You can see like the print quality, it's not as bright, and that's definitely a feature of the Canadian books. I have other ECs I can probably compare this to, but they're a lot more vivid than this. No I don't see any tears on the inner wraps here, so that's good so far. I'm not sure how I'm going to get to these staples. I'm going to be pretty creative about how I get to the staples and remove them. Here's another ad. Let's see, Buffalo, New York, and Canada. I don't think this is the kind of ad that you would normally see in an American comic. Look at the man, the smudginess of the print here. That's kind of scary because if I bathe this in an aqueous bath, I'm not really sure what else is going to come out, you know? So I might get quite a bit of ink bleed. I'm going to have to be really careful with this. Might have to actually ask the forum for suggestions to see if anyone else has worked on Canadian books. These stories are just amazing. These stories. Artwork is great. They're funny, creepy. Great stuff. I love these books. Yeah, I mean, the interior really looks really good. I'm actually shocked. So the interior, besides these crazy staples running through the sides of the spine, look fine. Here's another Buffalo, Toronto ad. But the cover is mangled. So, yeah, so I think the recourse, what I want to do first, of course, is do a dry clean, essentially hit all these whites here with an eraser, and then go back over it with this dry cleaning pad, not the pad itself, but just shake out the eraser bits inside the pad, cover the cover, and just use your hand to kind of really dig into the cover to remove any kind of grit and dirt. Before that, though, I'll probably hit it with a cleaning pad, and I'll show you this. I'll show you everything I'm going to do step by step here. I'm not really sure why I'm explaining it now, but I'm going to use one of these cotton rounds to pick up as much dirt as I can before I even start erasing. Then the next thing we're going to have to do is get rid of this tape, and then we're going to have to get these staples out somehow. Well, I might be able to pull them up from behind. Then disassemble the book, set the inner wraps aside from the cover here. I may actually try to do a little bit of cleaning on the inside here as well. I'm going to have to take off this tape. It's all the way up here, over here, back here, and then we'll put the cover in the bath, and we'll just focus on the cover for now, and then we'll go back in and deal with the wraps afterwards. All right, well, let's get started. Hope this all looked good on camera. We'll find out, I guess. All right, bye.